She was born in the palace but raised in the shadows, a princess by blood, a threat by politics, and a survivor by necessity. Elizabeth Tudor, daughter of the mighty Henry VIII and the doomed Anne Boleyn, entered the world in 1533 with the weight of a conflicted kingdom already on her small shoulders. Within 2 years, her mother was executed. Her title was stripped, her future rewritten again and again by the violent tides of Tudor politics. As a child, Elizabeth learned the power could vanish in a heartbeat, and that a sharp mind was the only shield worth trusting. Through the reign of her sickly brother Edward VI, through the terror and suspicion under her sister Mary I, Elizabeth walked a tightrope of caution, brilliance, and quiet resilience. Accused of conspiracy, imprisoned in the Tower, she lived every day prepared for death, yet determined not to be broken. And then in 1558, the world changed. At just 25 years old, Elizabeth inherited a kingdom fractured by decades of religious turmoil, economic strain, and fear. England was divided, doubtful, and exhausted. But the new queen understood something her predecessors had not. People do not follow a crown, they follow stability, vision, and hope. Elizabeth's first great triumph came not through war, but through wisdom. She crafted the Elizabethan religious settlement not to win a theological argument, but to stop England from tearing itself apart. A careful balance between Catholic ritual and Protestant doctrine. It became the foundation of a new national identity. Yet peace at home didn't guarantee safety abroad. Across the sea, the most powerful empire in Europe, Spain, under King Philip II, saw Elizabeth as illegitimate, heretical, and vulnerable. In the shadows, plots brewed, assassins moved quietly, and Catholic Europe waited for her fall. But Elizabeth was no pawn. She was a strategist, a diplomat, a queen who played every rival against the other and used marriage proposals not for love but as weapon of state. Her reign blossomed into an age of unprecedented creativity. Shakespeare, Marlowe, Spencer, voices that reshaped the culture of the world. Explorers like Drake and Raleigh sailed into the unknown, expanding England's reach and ambition. And then came the greatest test of her rule, the Spanish Armada of 1588, a fleet of nearly unstoppable power, sent to crush England once and for all. When her soldiers trembled, Elizabeth rode among them at Tilbury, not in the throne room but on horseback. Armored, resolute, her voice carries across the ranks. I have the body of a weak, feeble woman, but the heart and stomach of a king. The battle that followed was nothing short of miraculous. English fireship, unmatched seamanship, and storms that some called divine intervention shattered Spain's mighty armada. England had survived, more than that, it had risen. Under Elizabeth's 45 years reign, England transformed from vulnerable kingdom into a rising global power. The arts flourished, the navy strengthened, trade expanded, and the nation found a new confidence, a sense of identity that would echo through centuries. When Elizabeth died in 1603, the people mourned not just a monarch, but an era. A golden age born from brilliance and resilience of a woman who was never meant to rule, yet ruled better than anyone expected. Elizabeth I, the queen who survived betrayal, defied empires, and turned a troubled realm into one of the most radiant chapters in human history.